Hello everyone, my name is Taylor Gilbert. You know me as your trusted insurance provider from Atlas Insurance Brokers. Today I'm with my friend Q from the Realty Edge Team, and today we're here to help you realize that owning a home may be possible sooner than you would have anticipated. I can honestly say that I used Q and his amazing team for getting in our first home, and without their dedication, my wife and I honestly wouldn't be in our home right now if it wasn't for their hard work. So today we're here to tell you about some programs that might help you realize that journey, sooner than you would have anticipated. In my opinion, Q, your team knows the local market better than anyone that I've come in contact with.
I appreciate that, man.
Including the various financing options and really working hard for each individual situation.
Right.
And so, one of my big misconceptions before I started this journey was assuming that I needed a perfect credit score before even starting the process. And so I'd like you to maybe tell, our viewers here how they could accomplish that.
Yeah, sure. There are a varied amount of programs that are available, and the programs don't require, and this is, like you said, it's one of those misconceptions. Everybody thinks that they have to have perfect credit, a 750 or better, things like that. Your credit doesn't need to be perfect. And what's great about these programs is that especially if you work with us, we're okay with being patient and helping somebody through the process of even potentially building their credit just to get to that place where they can purchase a home. There's no rush on anything, and we're more than happy to help somebody get to that point of seeing that dream come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. So, another big misconception is I need 20% down payment. And, that was what I felt as well that was necessary, and found out that it wasn't. And so if you could explain to them how that process works.
Yeah, there are a lot of different programs. Of course, if you could put 20% down, that'd be advantageous. That'd be great. And I'm sure that plenty of people would love to do that. The problem is that not everybody gets in that situation where they can put that money down. And especially if you're looking at renting. What we know about renting in Rochester is that rent is pretty high. And so what happens is people get in a cycle where they're really kind of stuck paying a high rent. Makes it a little bit harder to pay things off or keep up with things, let alone save money. So there are programs through USDA, FHA, Minnesota Housing, and even some lenders that we work with have some in-house programs that allow people to purchase a house with maybe just $1,000 down or as little as no money down. And that alone for a lot of people is a big deal. Not having that money down, they feel like they're just not ready. And there's a way that we can help them not only get into that home with little money down, but also potentially save money compared to what they're paying in rent.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's huge. I know personally for us, we're paying less for our mortgage and everything wrapped together than we were for our monthly rent payments. So the sooner we can help realize that, the better. And last but not least here, the other problem when you're renting is that you think that you have to apply towards the end of the lease, and maybe that's not completely the truth. Is that if you are in the middle of your lease, maybe there's ways to get around that.
Right, absolutely. Reaching out to us and getting in touch with us early on is probably the best thing that you could do, especially if you're not feeling like you're quite ready. We can really help guide somebody into getting into that position and the timing with regards to their lease. In some cases, people aren't aware of that their lease might allow them the option to terminate that lease early. And we're able to help them through that process, the communication with their landlord even, and help them through that. But, if you're thinking, it's 6 months before my lease is up, some things to remember are usually it's going to take about 60 days, potentially 60 days to close. And then you got to give yourself a window for shopping. So really 90 to 120 days out from when your lease ends is probably a really good time to really start, and that's to hit the ground running. So if you think that you need a little bit of work or would like to know about these programs and know what it takes to qualify for them and get yourself ready and in that position, definitely the sooner the better.
Awesome. My biggest takeaway from Q and the amazing Realty Edge team is that it's never too soon to at least start looking into the process, whether that's 6 months out, they are here to work for you, to help you realize really owning that first home can be sooner than later. And so that's my biggest takeaway is you guys are a great resource and you're willing to help people, which that really goes a long way. So now the next step, Q, is what if I'm a prospective customer of yours and I want to learn more about this? Where do I go from here?
Yeah, we've got a link and it's right on my website. So if you go to q.therealtyedge.com, realtyedge.com/resources. In there, you'll find some information about some different down payment programs, down payment assistance, and resources about those particular programs. Additionally, on the right-hand side, if you would like to get in contact with me, there's a space there where you can fill in your information, and I'll reach out as soon as I can. You can also find me on Facebook and look me up there, /just ask for Q.
Awesome. All right.
All right, guys. Hope to hear from you soon.
Thanks.